Áudio é foda, né?
Hi guys, kicking it with Kish here. Um, First off, I want to thank you all for being my supporters. I know a lot of you have subscribed to my channel because of the floors, the DIY plank, the peel and stick flooring, and I really appreciate you guys. I still have the same floors. I will show you guys that, but I also decided to come on here with bonnet and robe because I'm a little cold to kind of let you guys know a little bit of what's going on. I don't want you guys to ever think that I'm not responding or if I don't see your comments and in requests to like how the floors are doing and that type of stuff. But I felt it's my duty to let you guys know what's going on with me as of recent. So please don't unsubscribe, but Kish gotta take care of Kish for a little bit. I am gonna try my best to see if I could do smaller DIY projects, but I'm not sure. I'm looking towards the future in a positive mindset. I'm a very positive person. So what's been going on with me? And I've been trying to make this video for a little while now, and every time I attempted to or started to, I start crying. So I decided to come on here, no makeup. I ain't worried about the lighting. I'm just almost like just a sit down conversation, very impromptu, very personal. And the reason why I'm also doing this video is because for the people that channels I looked at actually helped me in my situation. So hopefully this will help somebody else in the future or even now if you may be going through the same thing. I am going to try my best to do some things, but just in case you don't see that many updates or DIYs, you kind of know why. So in November, I found a lump in my breast. And, I was just doing my regular self exams or whatever. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to be there. So, and I found it late at night. When I'm laying down, I just check myself. So, the next morning, I try not to freak out. And the next morning, I immediately call my sister and let her know what was going on, because I remember she kind of told me, well, she found something too, and it happened to be nothing major. It was like, I'm gonna talk to her, see if her symptoms was the same like mine or whatever. At that moment, it seems like it was. So I also called another friend that disclosed to me that she had a lump as well, tell her my situation, and hers was kind of the same thing. She said, oh, mine was fibrocystic. It wasn't anything. They just had to do whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. Kish, you're okay. Kish, you're gonna be okay. So this happened on like November 6th. November 7th is when I called my sister and my friend. I scheduled an appointment to my PCP. Told her what was going on, and she could tell me to come in to go get checked. If you see me looking down, it's because I had to write some notes so I could keep myself focused at the moment. So she told me to come in so I could get checked, so she could check me. When she checked me, she saw what I was talking about, and she immediately told me to go ahead and get a ultrasound and a mammogram. Cool, no problem. So I went ahead and got an ultrasound and a mammogram. It took like about 3 weeks before they could give me a date for an ultrasound and a mammogram. And I cannot tell you guys, like, that waiting process is the scariest thing on the face of this planet. because you literally feel like you're in a box. The box is closed and you don't know what's on the other side. And to be waiting for 3 weeks, it was, yeah. I tried my best to keep myself occupied, happy, and that type of stuff. So anyway, okay, so also with that being said, my PCP told me she wanted me to see a breast specialist. So I'm like, okay, breast specialist. Okay. So, dealing with my insurance, I don't even know why I did this. This is my fault. I went ahead and found a breast specialist that did a mammogram and ultrasound. I've never went to these people before, but it was covered under the insurance. So I went ahead, went to that place, got that done. And she did the mammogram first, and then after that she did the ultrasound. They were really nice. The lady that did the ultrasound, once she finished getting everything done, she said that they're suggesting that I go and get a biopsy done. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So, call my insurance, and I'm like, okay, they say I need to go get a biopsy. So I'm trying to figure out, this is all new to me, this is all foreign to me. So, you know, I happened to just decide to go back to who I normally go to get my mammograms. Like, I should have done that in the beginning. Now, mind you, I got this, and then also when I called the place that I normally go, it's like a big hospital, really good. I really don't even know why I didn't do it first. When I called them, I told them that I had this mammogram and this ultrasound done at this place, and they're requesting for me to get a biopsy done. I said, can I get an appointment with you guys? And they was like, well, we really don't, she said we prefer to do our own mammograms and our own ultrasounds. We'll get their records, but we still have to do our own. I'm like, okay, great, no problem. Can I also have it so I could do the biopsy right at one time? She said, well, we have to do our own mammograms and ultrasound. So at the first place, I went there on November 28th to get an appointment for the place I'm a customer always going to for a regular mammogram. The first available appointment was December 21st. Almost another 3 weeks. No worries, whatever. So I went there, had a mammogram done, and I went there, got checked in. And every time I get checked in, especially when I talk to the nurses, I let them know, hey, I had this head done already, and they suggested me also having a biopsy. Can I have a biopsy done as well? One of the ladies was like, well, you know, we're pretty booked up, but we're really good with appointments. So after we figure out or do your mammogram and ultrasound, we'll get you on the schedule. You know, it wouldn't be until next week. It's not going to be something long. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, cool. At least she's telling me it's not going to be until next week. She said they're pretty booked up right now. So it's not a guarantee that you could get on the schedule now. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Went ahead, had the mammogram done, no problem. Had the ultrasound done after a while. So it's like they bring you in from the waiting room to do the mammogram. After they finish with the mammogram, you go back outside in the waiting room. And then she called me back in again, like probably a few minutes later, to do the ultrasound. I felt like she was there doing the ultrasound for an hour. I know I'm over exaggerating, but I just felt like she was ultrasounding and she was really quiet. So it was a little nerve-wracking and scary. But I appreciated it because to me, I think they were doing a little bit more of a thorough ultrasound. So after I was finished, she said she'll be right back, and she came back with the doctor, or not. I wouldn't say the doctor, but the person that reads the ultrasound, and they let me to know that I have very dense tissue, breast tissue, and they need me to go get a biopsy. So I was like, okay, sure. I say, that's not a problem. So he said, we'll get you the scheduler, and they'll put you on the schedule. So just go ahead and wait outside in the waiting room, and we'll come back and get you. Okay, cool. In my mind, I'm like, she already told me that they're full today, so I'm waiting for a schedule, an appointment for next week. The lady called me back in to, it's almost like a little council area. She said, how you doing? I said, I'm fine. She said, I know it's been a long day. You probably didn't expect to get all of this done. I said, I actually was. I wanted to make sure I got everything done. She said, well, the doctor suggested you get a biopsy done. I said, yeah, that's no problem. The other place also suggested I get a biopsy done. So she said, well, we could get you on a schedule today. Okay, sure. She said, is today okay for you? I said, that's fine. She said, what can you do? Are you able to have it done now? In my mind, woman, what you done see on top of my report where I have to come, why you want me to come, do it now. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we could do it now. She said, okay, cool. So, we're gonna have you to go, I went to the nurse, she checked my temperature, she asked me my weight, and asked me if I'm allergic to anything, and she was explaining to me what's gonna happen, blase blase. Tell me what, the instrument is gonna make a certain sound, and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. Got inside, they numbed the area, and then they started the biopsy. They said they wanted to biopsy 3 places. So while I'm in there, it wasn't painful at all. If you do feel pain, please let them know, because that means they need to numb you a little bit more, because that did happen. I did feel a little pain the second time, but I was like, ow. And she said, okay, wait, that's not supposed to happen. So they numbed me a little bit more. So anyway, while we're in there, it was kind of quiet. I was like, listen, we can't be doing quiet here. Y'all got to talk to me. We got kind of like ease my nerves now. So I started talking to them like, how was your day? Are you ready for Christmas? That's just how I am to get things going. So they went ahead and did the biopsy. And, of course, they did tell me that the machine made noise. So I was like, okay, cool, it made noise. So while she was doing it, it is a needle. So I said, well, when the biopsy is over, I would like to see the needle. I don't want to see it before, but I would like to see it after. She was like, okay, that's fine. So they instructed me on how to go about taking care of my wounds and all that stuff, along with showing me what a biopsy needle looked like. So after that, they told me they'll call me to give me my results. So I'm going to end it here, and then I'll let you know what my results are. Okay, guys, as promised, this is the floors. Still, I think it's like 3 years now this floor has been done. The floors still look good. My floor is dirty. I need to clean it. Now, this happens, if this bothers you, the only reason why this is happening is because I did not move my refrigerator. So, there's nothing for it to be bumping up against. So this one pushed away. The rest of them haven't. The rest of these have not moved away, but for some odd reason this one did. But yeah, this is still the floors, still the exact same floors from 3 years ago. And like I said, my floors are dirty, so I do need to clean them. And another thing that I probably will tell you guys is just be mindful of whatever solution that you're using on your floors. I've been using like one of these. So when you finish with the floors, and it's never too wet, and when you finish with it, you just take this part off and throw it in the washing machine to clean it. So that's what I've been using. Don't use a mop, which is gonna hold a lot of water. You don't want something that's gonna hold a lot of water. Okay, so well, that's all for now, and thank you for kicking it with Kish, and I'll see you guys in the next video.